これも不思議なことに当の俺は次こそは自分が勝つと信じきれている。なぜだかわからない。
Sometimes it's like a bird that's never shipped out. Sometimes you go around and I'll never run the ride. This week has been a mess, but I'm gonna tell you. We're a bit at work, gonna make it brand new. We're gonna float away for a comeback. We're all in the sunshine, and I promise you that. Promise you that. Promise you that. I know this can take a while, but it's gonna be alright, girl. And if it won't be today, I'm the shoulder you can cry on. So cry if you wanna cry. Lost in the ocean, drifters following the streams in motion. Riders of the night with no destination. We never know the name of our future station. We are lost romantics in a world that's frozen. We gonna be the heroes of our own novel. Just need some time. Oh, I know this can take a while.